Hello, my name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel where I am documenting my journey towards debt freedom in hopes to build wealth, retire early, or become work independent as a married woman paying debt alone. If you are new here, thank you so very much for clicking on this video. And if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so very much for coming back. And in today's video, I will just be giving a brief life update and probably some rambling about exactly what got me off of my debt-free journey. As the title suggests, I have stopped my debt-free journey. What initially changed my mind about my debt-free journey was I got a comment on one of my videos, and if I can find it, I will link it in the video. It was an old video, but I was talking about how originally I wanted to pay my house off first. Then once my house was paid off, I was going to use my house payment to tackle what was remaining of my student loans. And a person commented on that old video recently and was like, that's probably the best idea, because if you become disabled, you could get your loans forgiven and then your house will be paid off. And it really got me to thinking, like, that is true. So that was the first thing that happened that kind of got me hesitant about continuing to pay my student loans, not necessarily getting out of debt. But then I got the new job, and the new job, although the pay has increased, and I will do a video about my pay, or the new job altogether. The pay for the new job has increased, but the pay dates are different. So before I was getting paid on the 15th and the last working day of the month, and the new job I get paid every other Tuesday. And so it was kind of hard. Those every other Tuesday or getting paid bi-weekly didn't necessarily coincide with how I have my bills scheduled based on my old pay period. So that was kind of causing me some confusion, and it was irritating just trying to figure out how to align my bills with my pay dates. And when I would try to call to, rearrange, so when I was trying to schedule my bills around my new pay periods, as a result of doing that, I would have to double up because some of the bills had not gotten paid or were going to get paid. So trying to do that caused me to not have a lot of money left over. So some of the excess that was going to my debt didn't go to debt for the month of June. So that was one thing. And then I think that's about it that really got me off of my debt-free journey. Then, it was summer, and I've always talked about throughout my videos how like my work ethic kind of changes, and I just want to, relax and enjoy the hot weather and the freedom of my kids the freedom of not being so restricted to a schedule with my kids not being in school. But I had gotten this new job, and initially I thought immediately it was going to be some remote work and some in person, but like I'm in person all the way up until October. And so that was a frustration of mine because it was a hard adjustment trying to adjust from not being home with my kids during the day. In my old job, I would be off 7 days, I would work 7 days, but I would be home during the day because I worked the night shift, so like 5 to 4 in the morning. And so I was home with them. Sometimes I would be asleep, but for the most part I was home, and it was just hard trying to make that adjustment. Then I started my private practice and trying to put most of my energy into my private practice and less into the debt-free journey, and then putting most of my money into my private practice so that there wouldn't be a lot of additional business debt accumulating. So it's just a bunch of things that got me off my debt-free journey. That made me put my debt-free journey to the back burner. But then when it was time, as I saw, you know, as I slowly started putting things in place, I just was not motivated to pay debt. Like, I just wasn't motivated. I wanted to live now. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm not pretty frequent up there or regular or consistent, but I posted I posted after Kobe died, how life is so short, and does anybody else feel like you should just, you know, live now and pay debt later, I guess. And then in my new position, the majority of my job is doing annual wellness visits. And if you're familiar with annual wellness visits are for Medicare patients. And so I'm interviewing a lot of older people. 65 and up, obviously, is usually the age that they start getting Medicare. And I'm just looking, you know, yes, there are some 65, 75, 80-year-olds that are like sharp and on point, living alone and still, you know, young-hearted or young-minded and, you know, going or whatever. But there are some 65-year-olds that are like on 20-some different medications, and it's like any day now. And just taking all of that into consideration just had me like, why? So that is kind of what has impacted my debt-free journey. As far as YouTube, I kind of slowed down with YouTube, and I mentioned it in like one of my last videos before I stopped posting so inconsistently, how like it was just becoming unmotivating. Part of it was I was seeing channels who had started after me, or who, when I started, I had maybe 2 times more subscribers than them, but now they're at 1K, or, you know, it was a lot of comparison. I will, you know, call it what it is. It was a lot of me comparing my channel to other channels and just not feeling like where I wanted to be was ever gonna come. It was feeling like, what is the point of continuing to share my journey if like I'm never gonna make it, or if I'm never gonna get to 1K? Like, I would post 3 videos in 1 week, and I might get 1 new subscriber. Or like, I noticed that my debt-free journey videos and my debt updates, my monthly debt updates, are very popular, but from 200 views, I might only get 1 new subscriber or no new subscribers at all. And so that became very unmotivating, and I kind of had to, you know, sit back and figure out my why for being on YouTube. Obviously, it is to share my journey and to keep me accountable, but when you see so many other smaller channels comparable to mine starting to get 1K and starting to earn, you know, $100 or $60, $70, you know, I'm not on YouTube to get rich, but I want to make some money so I could pay off my student loans, so I could get out of debt sooner, and just, you know, yada yada yada. So that was part of the reason why I slowed down, or stopped posting on YouTube. And then I also felt like I still hadn't discovered how I wanted my journey to look. I felt like I was doing videos that I saw other channels doing that was getting them viewers, and I feel like my lack of authenticity to do those videos, or like my lack of interest in those videos, maybe showed through or poured through those videos. Like, I am so excited to do my debt updates and my student loan updates and even my budgets, but like some of the, I guess, like, I'm not real thrilled to do my sinking fund stuff in, or my cash envelope stuff in, or I'm not really thrilled, I think that's really all, or like my budget updates or closeouts, like I'm not really thrilled to do those. And I felt like that was coming through, and maybe that's why I was not gaining a lot of subscribers or a lot of viewers on those videos. So just trying to figure out, you know, what I want to do. although I do want to share my journey, I also like am really into finding myself as a mother and a wife, and making sure that I spend time for myself and I do things that I enjoy doing alone. And I think I have contemplated trying to merge that into this channel. I don't want this channel to be all about debt freedom, and I have tried to like merge like a day in my life or a weekend in my life. There are so many things that I am more of. Like, I love to renovate or upscale. I am into putting into my home and making it reflect more of my personality. I am into like self-love and self-care and romanticizing my life. And although I'm on a debt-free journey, I do still like to buy quality things, and I have kind of let my lifestyle creep. Not so much so in the point of like going out and buying a car or upgrading my home or anything like that, but now, you know, I might buy I don't know, like I buy more quality skincare products. I buy more quality body wash because I love taking a bath or taking a shower at night and getting out. I buy like more quality body oil. You know, I am all about having good skin. I'm still taking vacations. So like I don't want my channel to look like I am like frugal, get out of debt type of channel. And I'm trying to incorporate more of me into it, and I'm hoping that that will bring genuine subscribers that, you know, can relate to where I am. But that is really where I'm at. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what I want this channel to be and what works for me. I don't think uploading videos 3 times a week it's just not in my schedule right now. I'm working a traditional 9 to 5. I'm working outside of the home, and then I'm working for my business Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And when I don't have clients to see on any of those days, usually I'm spending time with my kids. My kids are getting ready to go back to school, or I'm doing some things around the house. I'm still not to the point where I'm outsourcing anything, so I'm still cleaning my house, cooking my food, things like that. And I guess I'm frugal in that sense, but I don't know, you guys. I'm just all over the place, and I'm trying to figure out a happy balance. I had been off my journey for most of June. I am going to do a debt update. I'm going to do a student loan update, and I'm going to be as transparent as I possibly can, because at one point I was killing it, and then, like I said, I was like, what is even the point if my student loans are going to get forgiven, and then if they don't, then like I'm part like prepared for the future, but then I'm also part like I don't believe, you know, stuff stinks. And so I would have to see, I'm still somewhere, and I shared this in a video maybe last year, where for me to be really motivated to pay off my student loans, I would have to submit my student loans for forgiveness and see that they are not forgiven. And then I'd be like, oh no, I got to pay this off. I got to get this out. Like, that's the type of person I am. Also, as much as I say I want to be debt free, and as much as I say I want to buy my time back, I'm still doing things and getting into debt. And part of that is because I have gotten myself out of debt. So how do y'all deal with that? When you know you have, like, now it's easy for me to run up my credit card $1,000 because I'm like, oh, I can pay that back off in no time. How do you guys deal with that? Because I'm still doing stuff like that. And I'm trying to listen to podcasts to keep me focused. I have discovered a good podcast. It's called Millionaires Unveiled. But the thing with that is a lot of the millionaires, one, are white. And I don't have a problem with white people. I definitely don't. But it would be more inspirational for me to hear how black people became millionaires, or Hispanic people have become millionaires, or Chinese, Oriental people. Like, it sounds like there was, so far, I haven't listened to all of the episodes, but the majority of the episodes I have listened to, they are white. They're not middle class. Well, one person was middle class. They had a white janitor up there who had made himself a millionaire, and that was very inspirational because he had never made a income over $40,000, I believe. But the majority of the episodes that I have listened to have been white, middle age, so 30s, mid 30s, early 40s, high earners. And so that's not inspirational to me because I don't make $100,000 a year or $125,000 a year. Our combined income, I don't even think, well, our combined income might be $150,000 a year. But so one thing, if you have a podcast that you listen to that has more minorities, or has some minorities that have become millionaires, drop those down in the comments below. 2, how do you deal with getting in debt or staying in debt because you have gotten out of debt? And I think that's it. Any other advice you have for where I am in life, let me know, because as you can see, I'm all over the place. I did have all these plans to record all these videos, and I'm still just not motivated to do it. But I'm getting there. So one thing that I do think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my uploads from 2 times a week to 1 time a week, and it most likely will be either Sunday or Wednesday, but plan to see me only once. I am still going to continue to do the uploads that I enjoy doing, which is my debt updates, my student loan updates, and my budgets, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue cash stuffing or sinking fund stuffing because I'm not really into that. And I don't think I'm gonna do the budget closeouts because I'm not really into that. And I do think I'm going to try to incorporate more of like a day in my life or a weekend in my life or something like that. More of the creative part of me. And I think that's it as far as my update. But I am trying to get back into paying my debt. I am trying to figure out a new plan to make it fun for me. And I do think I'm going to continue to try and eliminate my student loan interest, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to try and eliminate my student loans. One, because there's nothing that motivates me. Like, my student loan payments are $300 a month so far. And it's not like once I pay off my student loans, I get something. Like, it's, like if I pay off my house, I get the deed to my house. But I already have my degrees. So, that's where I am. And like I said, I'm just being honest. But I also feel like once I have eliminated the student loan interest and I see that more of the $700 is going to an actual loan principal, I may continue to be motivated to do it, but I'm just not sure. Like, this is where I am. This is just my truth. I am not motivated to pay my student loans. And I don't know where the motivation is going to come from, if it's ever going to come. So that is where I'm at. And I think I kind of lost hope. I'm trying to dig myself out of that. And that is it. So wish me luck. Send up some prayers. Drop some advice if you have it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Please do not forget that the debt-free journey is indeed a journey, not a destination. Thank you so very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.